Howdy, and welcome back to the Texas Bucket List. You know, each one of us is on a unique path, a life journey that's part chance, part choice, and perhaps even divinely driven. There's moments that shape our lives and moments that change our lives forever. It's what you do in these moments that matter most, and for artist Dossie Cribbs, his moment turned into a career he never expected. In a small studio near the famed Fort Worth stockyards, Dossie Cribbs works on his fine works of art, from rings, charms, to medallions that light up. Setting the stage to create these custom pieces involves shaping, molding, and even busting out the blowtorch. This type of trade in the big city is a far cry from his raising in Rankin. What was it like growing up in Rankin? Because that is a town I don't think we've ever driven through.
Right? It's West Texas, oil field, football. Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah. Get in trouble a lot, or?
Yeah, way too much.
As a young man, making jewelry wasn't foremost on his mind. Bull riding was.
My dad, he had a ranch, and he was a bull rider.
So were you just following in his footsteps?
Oh, yeah, of course. Loved it, you know. Grew up watching him and watching it and knew everybody, and yeah, it was a cool deal.
At what age did you start getting involved in that and trying it out, I guess?
Really got high school rodeo, you know, really got into it. And yeah, I thought I was going to make a living doing that. That was my career choice for a minute.
How long were you able to do bull riding for?
That was till I was 22, and that's when I had a car wreck.
It was in 2002 that Dossie's life changed forever. Heading out of Del Rio after a rodeo, the unimaginable happened.
The driver fell asleep and rolled the pickup, and yeah.
Man, what do you remember about that night?
Oh man, not much. I was pretty out of it and all. Just woke up in the hospital. Happy to be alive. Crushed my jaw and had to have a reconstruction on the bottom, lots of plates put in, and broke my lower back, L1, 2, and 3. And then I was in a brace for a while, but before the brace was off, I was already up and driving again and loading my chair. I was back ready to go.
It's an amazing spirit you can have where you don't let it keep you down.
All right, yeah, I don't know. I was just happy to be there at the time.
Knowing that you couldn't bull ride anymore, was that devastating news for you?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do for a minute, but that was another thing my dad helped me do. We had made some spurs before, and that was, he suggested maybe, making spurs, and got into that.
Kind of an outlet for you, making spurs after that?
Yeah, well, it was for about 10 years. A good living doing it right after. Yeah, I started about the next year after I broke my back, and yeah, it took off.
Were you an artist prior to this, or is it something you picked up at 22?
No, I always liked to draw, and but nothing I ever thought of at all.
While art wasn't exactly his forte, Dossie had a God-given ability to create incredible works of art with metal. And the only thing he did initially was spurs.
That's why everybody liked the spurs. They were different and they had wilder stuff on them than just your normal spurs. So they were pretty popular, but yeah, there's still only so much you could do. And I knew some jewelers I'd met, and kind of started messing with that. Just a different way, cooler way, I thought, to express myself.
His custom-made spurs were so popular that you had to wait years to get an order in.
There was a time I had a cot in the shop.
Wow.
Yeah, that was when I was building spurs, and it was about a 3-year wait, and just trying to keep up. Yeah. Just take a nap and go back to work, and it was wild. It was fun.
It was fun.
Fun, good memories.
It was fun, but you quit.
Oh yeah, I got tired.
That's when Dossie turned to jewelry. While most of his pieces still have a Western theme, he's a little more free to explore his wild side.
I do lots of wedding rings and engagement rings, and that's fun to do, but I don't want to do it all the time. So, I like doing the cooler pieces, the different stuff. So it's like the big mixture of it all. That I get to wilder pieces, whatever I want to do with it.
With his pace of work at a more manageable level, Dossie enjoys his days at the Bad Bronx studio. His wife Darylyn gets to work with him every day as she creates her leatherworks, making this duo an artistic stop on the Texas bucket list. But one day, the urge to create spurs might just buck their way back into Dossie's life.
People still walk in right here and see the name and still wanting some spurs, you know. Yeah, I don't have nothing. They're gone. Hanging on most people's walls, they're still using them too.
But you're saying there's a chance one day you might start those back up.
Could happen. Never know.
For Dossie, it's one day at a time, because enjoying every moment is what matters most.
Great times. Good part of life.
Well, thanks for watching this segment of the Texas Bucket List. To see more, be sure you subscribe to our channel, and to see full episodes, become a member. In the meantime, you can also shop our store at the Texas Bucket List Store and Studio.